just passed by one of the cemeteries, and off to the left is another historic cemetery. I think we actually have more dead people than we do have living out here. Well, actually pretty close. Just checking the roads. Hey, Timmy, can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Let's see if I can pass a gauntlet and not hit any deer through here. The deer are like totally out in full force in town right now because they know that if they go up into the woods, they're going to be like, there's hunters out there. Let's just go into town where they can't shoot anybody. So, hey, Greg, welcome. So the deer are hiding in our yard. We had a gaggle of them last night while we were sitting on the porch after I got home from work, and the dogs are just going like, there's something in our yard. There's an invader in our yard. Let's bark it to death, because it's like, these are little tiny dogs. Well, not tiny, but like a chihuahua, the size of a chihuahua, but they're pretty small. But, yeah. And this is the view. Look at the leaves. The leaves are really changing. Those that were actually in Timmy's live drive this morning, they got to see nothing but asphalt. So I figured, since I take the scenic route to work, let's take you for a little drive so you can see all the beautiful colors as they are starting to pop in full force. But right now it's like, yeah, we got all this beautiful stuff. Yeah, pretty soon it's gonna be like heavy winds and heavy rains, and all the leaves are gonna be out in the road, and go to slam on your brakes because the deer that has decided that it's gonna just jump out in front of you, and you're skating on wet leaves. Not a fun thing. Had that happen before. Horses are out over here in the Y. If we took the right, we would end up in Buckley. Yay, the bridge is fixed. So it's kind of nice because we can actually take our granddaughter's birthday presents to her. Her birthday was in August or July. No, it's July. That's right. And going in a little later also means that I get to miss the buses. Which is really nice. I don't like dealing with the buses. So far, so good. Give you a view of that over there. Look at that. All these Cracker Jack homes that got built there. Oh, there's one for sale. Maybe we can she cooks and roasts to come out and live out in this neck of the woods. Can you imagine her being my neighbor? We'd be like kitchen wars, Wilkabilly style. Anyway. As you can see, there's some reds starting to pop. We don't get any of the maroonish purple. We get some pretty colors. Yeah, it's a beautiful day, but 43 degrees. Oh my gosh. My tatas are froze, man. They're stuck on high beams. Maybe if I turn the heat on, maybe I'll have enough heat to warm the car up a little bit. always wondered what that public notice sign was supposed to be. It's been sitting there forever. Now we're about to get to the Highway 410. The bumper sticker on that says F your Toyota. Yet here I am. I'm right behind him in my Toyota. Jeepers are a whole other kind of animal entirely. Roads? Who needs roads? The whole inside is just pasted in mud because we don't need to roll up our window. All right. Look at the colors. It's really vibrant right now. Yeah, I did reset. Am I not back? Give me a thumbs up if you see me. I hate this thing. I'm paying a lot of money for this frickin' Verizon. Okay, thumbs up. Thank you. I need to get my coffee. Anyway, so these Jeepers come in and they just totally muddied up the place. I think Timmy remembers that because in order to be able to see me during the daytime, I was working so damn much, he would come down to the bar and hang out in the bar and watch football. I spend pretty much all day there. Just so that he would be able to see me. And we're going to turn here, we're going to go to the coffee shop. Because I need my freaking coffee this morning. My butt's a dragon. Set the wallet down. I had to wash my hair this morning. It had something in it. It was sticky. I don't know what I got in it, but it was gross. So there's a lot of Jeepers out here. A lot of them never seen off-roads. Okay, here we are. Coffee. Let's try not to hit that. Hello. Yes, please. No, thank you. Hey there, Tiffany. So, one of the bad things about living out in the middle of nowhere is when they start to tear up perfectly good land to put a bunch of warehouses, like what's in front of us. Does not match the aesthetic of mountain life, you know? And they're just slowly starting to take over this whole corridor. Well, thank you for stopping by, Tiffany. Oh, my goodness. I love this coffee stand. This coffee stand is in Buckley, and it's espresso stop. Stopped going to Cafe Elite a while ago because their coffees suck over there. Where's the?
What's your number?
253. Okay. Alrighty. Thank you very much.
For you.
Okay. Cool deal. coffee. So, just waiting on my coffee. Figured I'd flip the camera around so you didn't have to stare at that building. You just stare at me with my fluffy hair that got washed this morning. And I'm out of shampoo, so eventually I'm gonna have to run over to Costco and get another bottle of shampoo. So these are my Halloween glasses.
Sleeve in one straw or two straws?
One straw is fine, yeah. Less is more.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, dear.
Yeah, have a great day today.
You too.
Yeah.
All right. On the road. On the road. So those were my Halloween glasses, or one of my many sets of Halloween glasses. Yeah, and they're interchangeable tops, made by Pair Eyewear. Halloween's my favorite holiday, so I've got like several sets for Halloween, including ones that have the Marauders map from Harry Potter. Technically, Harry Potter is not only a Halloween movie, but it's also a Christmas movie. There's always a Christmas scene in it, and it definitely is good enough for Halloween. It's also a fantastic fantasy book series for children and young adults, and adults as well. I mean, it's like, I'll admit, I'm in my 50s. I've read all but one Harry Potter book. I haven't gotten to the last one. Just haven't gotten to the last one. But they're excellent books. Well written. Not pretentious. Full of fantasy. And fun fact, J.K. Rowling and I share the same birthday, except for I don't celebrate my birthday on my birthday because my birthday's cursed. I hate this roundabout. I hate roundabouts. Ring roads suck, man. Whoever the hell came up with this idea is stupid. So, have a great day, Tiffany. And if you're watching this, go pop over to Canadian Family Life and check her out. She's got some really cool content. Lots of cool content. And then there's Tim Mitchell, who's my husband and also has his own channel. He's just starting his channel. His are Tuesday live drives. He does 2 of them on Tuesdays. And then the rest of them are shorts, for the most part, of my dog spinning in circles. He has great fun with that. Alright, so now we are in Bonnie Lake, headed toward Kersley Canyon, and this drive was really pretty yesterday. Not this area, but a little bit. The leaves are just really popping. I almost took out a deer the other day on this road. It was just running like hell up the shoulder, and decided it wanted to dart out right in front of me. I'm like, really, dude? Can't you see that, I'm headed your direction? And I swear, the dumber the animal, the more tasty they are. some people don't like eating deer. They consider it too gamey, but it's actually quite lean. And well, I wouldn't go out and pew a deer myself, or an elk for that matter, just because I'd rather have my animals already dead and clean. I have a poor sense of direction too. I would probably get lost in the woods and never to be seen or heard from again. And very accident prone, so I'd probably fall down a cliff or something. Or a tree would fall on me because I have bad luck. So this is like the beginning to the Lake Tapps area. And this is where it gets really, really, really beautiful. And we are coming up on Halloween. I have still not figured out whether or not we will be live streaming from the porch. I would like to. See, look at that red. That was gorgeous. It starts to get even more beautiful on this road. Yeah, we've warmed up to 45 degrees now. Undermark Road East. So today's my second day of cooking. I'm responsible for dinner 2 nights a week, and the last 3 is running around like a chicken with my head cut off, doing admin stuff, and I'm called into a meeting on Thursday about overtime, so I'm trying hard not to go into overtime. Excuse me. So I'm gonna try to do my best to get out of there a lot sooner on Friday. So it's been a long time since I've been able to actually, get into Dez's live on Fridays, let alone, never able to get into Al's on Tuesdays. And Simon's for that. Well, actually, no, Simon runs a little on the late side. I can usually catch the last half of his on the way home. So Simon will be live later tonight. Yes, I can barbecue. Timmy's going to be going live later. Hopefully there'll be some updates on how his foot is healing. It's been a long journey. It'd be nice to be able to, go out and do some stuff. And being able to put a shoe on. And actually take a proper shower where he doesn't have to put a plastic bag over his leg. That will be exciting. I bet he's going to be like, oh yeah. Maybe I can talk him into going over to the hot tub place. Take him out to a nice dinner and then go to the hot tub place. That's it. That's what we'll do. Go to 13 Coins. Hey, Tiger. Welcome. So we're just looking at the beautiful scenery and talking about, daydreaming about the glorious day when Timmy doesn't have to deal with wound care anymore. Go to 13 Coins and go to the hot tub place. So Tiger, maybe you can come out with us. go get one of the big hot tub places and go hang out in the hot tub for a couple hours. Oh, come on, dude, get out of the road. Really? That was screwed up. So that car was driving too fast with landscapers that close to the road. It's over in Federal Way, and it's Elliott Bay Spas, and it's a pay-by-the-hour hot tub place. It's actually very clean. It's actually very clean. You would think that, you know, it would be like full of hookers, but it's not. It's they keep it very well maintained. It's where I like to go. Now, who the hell is texting me? No. My monthly service hour has been added to my account. So I got a subscription service to Massage Envy. I try to get out there to get massages, 90-minute massages twice a month, but sometimes I can't because I have to work and have to cancel, or my favorite massage therapist is booked out for months in advance, and, you know, she tries to sneak me onto her books, but sometimes that doesn't always happen. And, you know, just past my 1 month at my job. Sadly, we lost my marketing director, who's the one that helped me get in there. Her last day was on Friday. And it's kind of sad because it's like I remember when she left Avista. And by coincidence, I think all of us wanted to leave that place because Enlivant went bankrupt. It filed for bankruptcy and handed over all the buildings to different operators, and we ended up going to Avista. Avista took us over, and it's like they didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know what all the administrative codes were and all the regulations and stuff for the state of Washington, because they've never operated out of the state of Washington. And they came out and, you know, talked to us about all the wonderful things about Avista, but none of us was seeing it because we didn't have the support system that we had when we were with Enlivant. And anytime we would try to ask, you know, our regional for help on something, it's like it was crickets. And I ended up leaving a few months later, but it wasn't because Diana left. It was because Diana left because she was smart. Some of us were not that smart. We tried to stick it out for a little while longer, but it was so unbearable. But that was the last senior community that I worked at. It's a different kind of senior living community in that one was assisted living, but it was more like memory care light, you know. Hey, Mama Ophia. I don't know why I keep wanting to call you Ophelia, but Ophia. Mama Ophia. Mama O. We'll just stick with Mama O because for some reason I keep wanting to call you Ophelia. That's not right. I want to get it right, so we'll just stick with Mama O. And we're up at 48 degrees now, which is nice. We're gonna go this way. This is the same way that I used to go when I worked at the jail. As you can see, some of the reds are starting to pop. There's one that's red. Live Edge Slabs. Should check that place out. It'd be kind of nice to redo our breakfast bar with that Live Edge slab. Kind of cool to do that for the whole kitchen, but no, this one's not across from SeaTac. This one's like up past the SeaTac Mall, or what's known as the Federal Way Commons, I guess is what it's called now. It's on 330th, 340th, something like that. See, I wouldn't trust the ones in Seattle. And here we go. Here's some more color for you. In about a week, these things are just going to be just totally popping. All of them. I mean, look at that. That's just freaking amazing. Try and tilt the camera that way. So you can see the colors. I love fall. What I don't love about fall is I had to go get myself a new Carhartt because my old Carhartt is too big on me. And so I bought another Carhartt, but I bought one of the Detroit jackets and realized that it's not lined like my big hoodie one. So now I got to get a second one. It's actually warm because I got my yoga hoodie on underneath this, and just not quite enough. But then again, I really don't go out a lot. It's probably, maybe if I just get put another base layer on underneath my shirt, call it a day, I'll be all right. Just going right over the river right now. Stuck River. Or, Tiger, you can just go out to dinner with us, celebrate his no longer needing to go to wound care. Just meet us up at the SeaTac 13 coins. Or we can meet up in Redmond or something, Issaquah. Some pretty good places to go eat over and eat at Issaquah. What would be really cool is if we all meet up over in Leavenworth. That'd be cool. That's almost halfway. Just go get a hotel room, Timmy and I. Over in Leavenworth. That could actually be fun, Alright, why are these guys standing there in the middle of the road? No, they're not in the middle of the road. I I just don't have depth perception. They look like they were in the middle of the road. Alright. Anyway. Oh yeah, there's one in Bellevue, huh? Oh, let's do that. Let's do that, Tiger. Let's go celebrate Timmy's foot. Or what's left of it. It's not going to be for a while yet anyway, so I'll be surprised if it's completely healed on this side of Christmas. I'll be surprised. Because I think he's got like getting a 1 millimeter gain or a half millimeter gain every week. But it's got to go wide as it does in depth as well, so it's going to be a while. So, anybody up to anything this weekend? Not been able to get into many lives. Hey, Demoose. Haven't been able to get into many lives because work has been crazy. But I'm about to put a stop to that and, you know, looking at small condos in Bellevue so we have a place to stay when we first fly in. She has very dear friends in Bellevue from way back when we lived there. Cool. That'd be cool. I think I just said Carolina. Carolina. I keep forgetting she's also Alina. I'm Alina. So I should know this. I don't know why I keep screwing that up. It's probably because I have a neighbor. Her name's Caroline. More red trees. Flock of birds. Yeah, Carol works too. But I'll forget about that in 5 minutes. I love my memory. A lot of shopping to do at work. I have to find new carts. I have to buy all new silverware. Our budget for small wares and stuff is $220, but the minimum order to not have to pay shipping is $250. So it's like, in other words, I can only buy $175 worth of stuff at a time. And it's like, wow. How the hell does that work? I don't know. Just a lot on my mind. A lot on my mind. Trying to stay in budget. Pop open a spreadsheet and start working on that. Doing a total breakdown. a lot of paper goods as well, and it's highly unnecessary in a lot of instances. But it's also necessary at the same time, because if I bought portion cups that are permanent, they'll just disappear. It'd be nice to be able to get all the monkey dishes back. That's for sure. So how's Demoose today? Is Demoose ever going to work on any content for his channel? That's the burning $1 million question of the week. Looks like this city is doing a bunch of tree trimming and stuff like that ahead of our big windstorms that we usually get right around. They start right around Halloween. Yeah, in this area would just get blasted. It's pretty windy over the weekend. I was actually quite surprised that we didn't end up with a power outage. Yes, I'm going to be fashionably late for the daily stand-up. I gotta cut back on my overtime, so you guys are just gonna have to go on without me. The daytime supervisor can handle reading off what's on the menu for the day. That's pretty much all it is what's happened last night and what's happening this week, what's happening today, who's gonna be where, who's gonna be touring, who's gonna be doing this, what are we having for food, is there any problems that we know of that's in the community, is anything broken down, what is the maintenance guy gonna do? And thank goodness we got a new maintenance guy. He's actually really kind of cool. He's a very nice man. Very nice man. And Thursday I've got an event that I have to help activities with. It's a small event. It'll be nice. I just don't know what to feed these people. I guess it's like 15 people, and it's a networking group that goes around and drinks a lot of wine and munches on a lot of food. So it's just a matter of getting everything for that. It's probably going to be like charcuterie and probably do some pickled red onion. And do up some cheese plate and meat plate and some bread. And do up some crostini, some fig jam. I'm not sure if I'm going to do mostarda de fruta. I should. Who doesn't like mostarda? 'Tis the season. I mean, it's like cranberries are already hitting the store shelves. They're produce aisle. That could be a good thing. Maybe even a hummus platter. Little nibbles. Nibbles of this and that. And some sort of dessert. I'll probably do my strawberry shortcake. And of course, this truck is probably going to ride in the left lane all the way. Yep. Alright, problem solved. So, the reason why I'm taking the back road is because some jackknob hit the overpass and it shut down 2 lanes on 167. Oh, look at that. That looks like a firecracker. And so they got 2 lanes shut down, and the backup is quite considerable. And so I take West Valley. Timmy took Milton. Don't know why, but he did. Because this here, all I have to do is just ride it for a while until I get to Kent, and then take a left-hand turn and come up on the junction for I-5 and Military. Which, yes, there's some stop signs and stoplights here and there, but the traffic isn't horrible through here. Oh, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Phone overheated, so I had to crank on the air conditioning. Like, no, sorry. Phone overheated. Didn't realize I had the heater vent pointed upward. Sorry. So we just passed Carpenito, and that it's one of the farms out here down in the valley, and they got a pumpkin patch, and you can get roasted cob and hot apple cider and kettle corn and all those little creature comforts that are associated with autumn. So apparently a teacher had shown this AI to her class. It's basically indoctrination. Even Native Americans are feeling a little offended by it, where it talks about it's got all these images of people that are Native American, which also includes people from south of the border. As there's some degree of truth involved, but the way that it was presented was stupid. We are the ones that grew all the things that go into your hamburger and stuff like that. It's like, no, it's not the way to approach that, you dumbass. It's no wonder why people are offended. It's like, when you look at the DNA of Native Americans, they are mixed with so many other components that are just rich in culture, that dates back to the Mayans and the Aztecs, Toltecs, Incas, etc., etc. They were nomadic. They traveled up and down. And then you got the land bridge, the Inuits, and what the term Eskimo is no longer an acceptable term, but and the whole basis of this video was, why deportation and borders and all this stuff shouldn't exist. And no, we do need borders to an extent. It's like, if people are criminals, they don't need to be here in the United States. I'm talking violent crimes. People that are trying to do better for their families, just give them their green card and let them do their thing, I don't know. I'm just gonna stay out of politics. I said my piece on that. And it happened at a school in Federal Way, which is just up the hill from here. Here's Reith Road. If you were in Timmy's life, you would have heard him talk about Reith Road. Or no, he was talking about Aurora Road, which is just a little ways from here. But this is the junction that takes you up to I-5. And then it's like 5 minutes to my commute. It means not being stuck and stopping the traffic. And I can actually just drive and not have to deal with the idiots. Because people drive like idiots around here. People drive like idiots. Hey, Ed. So, Ed, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. I'm going to be Johnny on the spot on all your lives just to hear you butcher everybody's channel names. So apparently we got Off Tropical Squirrel, which is where we're at right now. And then we got the Midget Mafia. So, yes, that's got to be a sticker too. I just haven't had a chance to get one done. I threw a AI image up, but yeah. That's freaking hilarious. Bunch of little people in fedoras and double-breasted suits, pinstriped, sitting around a table in the middle of a Italian restaurant, playing cards while eating spaghetti. That's some funny stuff right there, Ed. So go check out Whistle Stop Homestead, especially if you're a channel creator with a funny name. Let's see how you can butcher your channel name. Midget Mafia and Off Tropical Squirrel. It's like, that's a new thing, I guess. Next episode of Whistle Stop Homestead. Good way to find out, find a new channel name. If you're bored of your channel name, just go over to Ed's channel on Whistle Stop Homestead and see how he butchers it. And that'll be your new channel name. Poor Ed. Love you, Ed. I want to see him just butcher the living hell out of Damoose Barbecue and Outdoor Adventures. I want to know what he would come up with that. Lance is also pretty good about doing that too. He says some pretty funny things sometimes. I don't know if you can see that airplane. We're pretty close to the airport. We're running up the east side of I-5. We're going to cross over I-5 here in a moment. One pissed off crow is walking along the side of the road and just cawing up a storm. And there's no children present, so it's not flashing, so we're okay. Yeah, it'd be kind of funny. I wonder if she cooks the roast, if she shows up over on Whistle Stop Homestead during a live. I wonder how butchered her name will get. That's freaking hilarious. Oh God. Yes, it is beautiful scenery. It's, the colors are changing. It's different from what Timmy was driving. I just love this area. It's not that bad of a drive either. And then at some point, we'll figure it out. Oh my God. You ding. Oh, let's take a left-hand turn. Oh, no, never mind. But let me just sit right in the middle so nobody can actually take a left turn. So here we're going to be seeing the Olympics, or maybe not. There's a lot of clouds. It's a lot of cloud cover, but we're going to be able to see Puget Sound area. Let me try to... That's water. And a lot of clouds. That's Puget Sound right there. The end of this road is the marina. Now we're in Des Moines. We're on the back side of Des Moines. This is Pacific Highway South. This is where all the hoes hang out. There's a lot of low-lying clouds, so we can't see the Olympics. And once when we hit the dip, we're not going to be able to see the water anymore. So that's as close to the water as we're going to get for the moment. We'll see a little peekaboo of it. And in a bit, and then it's going to disappear. But I'm definitely going to have to take y'all down to the pier. Best time to go is in the fall and winter anyway, because not a lot of people there. People that would be hanging out there are mostly people that are fishing. But it's pretty amazing because I remember back in the day when you could actually get a nice home here on the waterfront, or have at least a view of the water, for under $100,000. Now it's like these things are like 800,000. Try to line you back up again. Try to kill the heat on the phone so that the phone doesn't overheat again. That kind of sucked. But I remember when this was all single family homes. Now we got industrial and heavy commercial right there. It used to be a nice little area to raise your kids, and community college is just up the way, a couple miles. And this is about the time that we start to lose sight of the water. But at the end of my work, there's a clearing where you can actually. That's pretty cool. Like this here, this overpass, pedestrian overpass. It's fully covered. Links. One huge ass senior community, but they're senior living, assisted living, and skilled nursing, memory care. There's the old building off to the right, and then this one over here on this side is all brand new, or not brand new, but pretty damn new. But that bridge links the two. And our community is just independent, and we actually have more affordable rates. And those that do need caregivers, you can get that a la carte through a third-party agency that actually saves you money and allows you to still be able to live independently. And we also have housekeepers. And now it's the conga line to get into Normandy Park, which was at the time considered the affluent part to the Burien area. It was still considered Burien, but then Burien was also then considered Seattle back in the day. And Burien incorporated, and so did Normandy Park. But it was really funny because you can tell which kids lived where by, oh, we don't live in Burien, we live in Normandy Park. They always had to put that separation in there. I was a Burien kid. I grew up in Burien. Burien was my childhood home. It's where my children were also partly raised until we moved to Seattle, and then moved to Kent, and then moved to Tacoma. And then the kids moved back to Seattle. Now the kids are scattered all over the place. This is still a highly desired neighborhood. Where you have all the amenities of Seattle. You're close to Seattle. You can get on the train, go into Seattle, and be back in this neck of the woods in a half hour instead of having to fight traffic. You just take the light rail to Seattle from the Angle Lake, which is up on Pack Highway, but it's not that far from here. So if you ever wanted to go to Seattle, you could just easily do that. I wouldn't mind moving back out here. I mean, I really love my house. I love where we live. It's out in the middle of nowhere. We don't have any stoplights. I can count on both hands how many stop signs there are. And nobody ever obeys them. Hey, Mac. Welcome in. I'm just a couple miles away from work, so I'm going to be shutting off here in like 2 minutes, maybe a minute. So I think I'll probably just end it now. But thank you for stopping in. Don't forget to hit like. And hope to see you very soon. Off Topic Squirrel plays Cards Against Humanity the first Saturday of every month at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Off Topic Squirrel. And of course, our other channel is Munchie Mafia Official, and we do live streams on Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, where we spin the wheel of misfortune to get us a whole bunch of random ass ingredients. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with chorizo and Captain Crunch cereal. That one might also be a fail, but who knows? We'll see. We'll soon see. I have an idea, but then again, I don't have an idea at the same time. Quite the quandary. Anyway, so Butchie Bunch, thank you all for coming. Y'all stay safe out there, and don't forget to love on your neighbor and get out there and connect with your community and have a great time. So I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.